We're here at CrossFit JaaKarhu. We're here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and we're all out of bubblegum.
We're gonna hop in the competitors class and watch Jay have a meltdown. Welcome to the best hour of their day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez.
And me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
as both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates
and coaches by building
better boxes. Welcome to
the best hour of your day. This is the comp class. The only person that's actually allowed to be here is me, because Jay has never been to regionals, so this is going to pound it exactly the way it's supposed to.
I've been to multiple regionals. Judge.
I'm going to spend 30 minutes on the bike trying not to feel like hammered poop from yesterday. Jay was here 10 minutes before he broke the potty.
Drop-ins from out of town. Good morning. We've got Jason and we've got Fern. I think Jason is one of the only, one of a small handful of CrossFit level 4 coaches that I have actually had the pleasure to meet. I know there's a couple out there somewhere. Yeah.
Handful of us.
So that's pretty cool.
Beat Fern yesterday in basketball. Beat him in a back squat. Gonna beat him today.
For those of you who are not doing the qualifier, we're going to be doing, we're going to be staying on the program, right? We're going to be doing the same workout, AMRAP 20. This is a little bit of a play off of an open workout from 2014 with some different movements, a couple different movements in there. It's a 20-minute AMRAP, but as you can see looking at it, it's going to be challenging to get through one round, right? So it might end up being a chipper. If you get past the 10 ring muscle ups, it might turn into an AMRAP. Y'all should be able to get warm for this in 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
20 minutes. It's an eternity.
19 minutes longer than anything.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to try to get through one round, but I'm probably going to sandbag the rower, to be very honest with you.
Fern is doing the classic, I don't know what I'm doing warm-ups, so I do like 1 or 2 of everything.
And then try to get some pretty big sets on everything else after that. So,
for the record, so am I.
60 cals in the rower. Call it, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe? Probably. It's probably like fair. I won't blow myself up.
The 60-calorie row is a warm-up, so I'm good. By the time I get to the muscle-ups, I'll be plenty warm.
Handstand push-ups. I don't know. See what happens. My goal is to just not be last off the rower. So, fingers crossed.
50 wall balls coming off of that. Might do those unbroken.
Like, this is the most time I've ever spent warming up.
That's what people say when they don't know what warming up looks like. They're just like, oh, it's just a bunch of random shit.
This is my warm-up. Look left, look right. Let's go.
And then handstand push-ups might be a complete shit show, so stay tuned for that.
When all else fails, just hop on the bike for a few minutes.
So my goal is to get to the bar muscle-ups.
But then after that, the muscle-up should be, I don't know, I might try to do like 3 or 4 sets for the 20 and the bar muscle-up just to conserve, and then depending on how that feels, maybe 1 set for the rings, but we'll see.
So if I finish them and somehow by some miracle get to the ring muscle-ups, I'm just gonna like stand below them, touch them, did it, touch the rings.
Survive. Survive. This is a hard workout, obviously, but it's also like, you can't go crazy. It's a 20-minute AMRAP, and then there's, you know, complex gymnastics in there. So, survive.
So, I don't know. We're gonna find out though.
I don't know about this.
Gotta hydrate, people. Only in Texas can you get 40 of water.
That's how I do it.
Fitness will be had.
Fern's very cranky today, so be easy on him.
No, this is game face.
The many faces of Jason Fernandez, i.e., they're all the same.
All right.
Competition class. We are not competitors.
You're not.
Seconds.
How many people am I gonna beat in this class?
I'm gonna compete.
I feel like I can beat this guy.
I might not win.
What's your name? Alex, you're my competition today.
Like,
How old are you?
26?
oh yeah.
See?
Jay's a solid 20
Never
years.
asked their age.
20 years
I'm gonna do the master's variation. 14-pound wall ball, 20-inch box jump, chin over bar pull-ups. And I should be able to beat Alex at that level.
See ya.
Fern and I are here at CrossFit JaaKarhu. Owner Mike Winchester. We just crushed the workout. Are you impressed with our? Be completely honest, Mike. 40, 43. What did you think of our performance today?
For masters athletes or for
No, relative to our age.
great movers, I would say.
That wasn't you.
That was plural. That was plural.
Great movers and great fitness, man. Y'all hung with some of our best athletes.
We hung, right? We hung. I mean,
Yeah. I was not having a good time.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but Fern asked you purposely to put disadvantaged or less advantageous movements for short people in that
Yes,
workout?
it was a tall person's workout.
It was a
so
very
if you get to see the video, that's the reason that
Fern
Jason
beat me
was
by 3 reps.
not ahead of Fern. Yes.
But we hung with the youngsters.
Yes.
And I appreciate you, and I think every class should begin by introducing the level 4 coaches in attendance. I appreciate that. I think more boxes need to take that into account.
Immediately ruined my day.
When you are in the presence of greatness, acknowledge it. All right, so we're walking in, going through. You got these great open doors, kind of leads you right into the class.
Bay doors come in. You've got the class. We've got our brunch wall and our apparel over here.
What's a brunch wall?
I didn't know that a brunch wall was a thing, but apparently now a brunch wall is a thing where you put a fern or a vertical plant.
Fern.
And you put
Not by accident.
not by accident,
Right.
you put a neon light with the name of the place, the brunch place, on it, and then that is the brunch wall.
So we should just put fern.
Did you know that was a thing, Fern?
Of course.
yeah.
He did not know that.
It might just be an Austin thing.
He-
I don't know.
I think
That looks great. It looks great. You got your little refrigerator with beverages, QR code going on.
Yeah, we have a QR code. Makes it real easy for people to buy their own drinks instead of the coach having to run them through and do everything through our iPads.
Do you use WheelPay?
No.
We should introduce you to the owner of WheelPay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You can save some money on that QR code. Fern does it at CrossFit Rife.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
like you can avoid some emergencies.
Nice.
Cool.
I like
well,
that.
take us through the rest of the box.
So the box is it's a pretty standard box. We have we've got approximately 6,000 square feet of floor space, of usable kind of workout space. So you'll find all the things that you might find in a lot of boxes. You've got our ropes. We've got a nice large wall where we can do handstand push-ups, wall balls. We've got our new Echo bikes. We just sold our 7 assault bikes and we bought 7 Echo bikes.
So even exchange.
No.
Well, no, I don't mean financially,
we-
but I mean 7 for 7.
Yeah, 7 for 7.
I think more gyms should do that just on a periodic basis. Just
Yeah.
like turn over your old.
That was
your
basically what was
equipment.
happening. The assault bikes were super old. The maintenance on them was a lot. And so I was having to replace parts or to work on them every week.
Do you find that because you guys we're in Austin, obviously, so like do you find that the humidity was tearing those bikes up?
Yeah, the rust was a big part of
Yeah.
it. The chain was a big part of it.
Are these lasting longer already?
These are like...
Well, those don't have chains.
Yeah,
It's a belt.
I was gonna say
I'm
it's
not
a
gonna
belt.
make any money off it, but they're awesome. They're built like tanks. So I
Neither will we, because Rogue still refuses to sponsor.
But the Rogue stuff is top notch.
Our camera guy, Nate, was telling us, and correct me if he's wrong, the Texas flag can be flied,
Flied.
as high as the United States flag, but it's the only state that allows that.
I think you're right.
Well, he was right.
I think
then.
I heard that back in like our middle school. In Texas, you have to take Texas history. I don't know if all states do.
Really? You have to take we had a U.S.
I know we don't have to take it. We get to take Texas
Oh,
history.
yeah.
Hey,
So
remember the Alamo.
Yeah,
Remember
that's the thing.
And Texas was its own country,
It was his own country. Yeah, its own republic.
and you're trying to do that again, from what I understand.
I'm not on those inside conversations. I don't know
in
what's
support.
going on at
I'm
the
in
Capitol.
So, and I love that.
But it's possible. We're able to do that if we so
Did
choose.
you guys
Yeah.
always have this turf on here, or was that added later?
We actually had, so in our old gym, this is about 6,000 square feet. Our old gym was 12,000 square feet. So we had 4 times, that's a 15 foot wide by 50 foot long piece of turf. We had 4 of those. So we had 30 feet wide by 100 feet long.
I love turf. It just doesn't work in every gym.
No, it worked at the old gym. If you had the opportunity to see it, it was badass, but we just didn't have it in this gym.
It works well here because it's where you store the bikes.
Yeah.
So they're going to be taking a mat space regardless.
It's also long enough where, because I'm assuming you do
to
sled
actually
pushes and stuff like that.
use it. Right, it's usable. But also, I mean, this space here is primarily probably used for wall ball and handstand push-ups. So the problem with most gyms is now you can't put a barbell on there.
Yeah.
And you're not running into that issue.
That's right. So we don't really do any barbell, dumbbell, kettlebell work. All that's done on the mats, but the turf is there in case we need it.
One thing that stood out to me is you have these 3 pieces of equipment. You have the Concept 2 bike, the True Form, as well as the skier, but only one of each.
Yes,
Talk to me about that. Why do you have just one of those things?
because we haven't bought more yet.
So the plan is
That's
to get
it.
more?
Yeah.
And actually utilize for both the bike as well as the skier?
Yeah. So we like the Schwinn Airdyne, the Assault bike, the Echo bike. Those are all essentially the same tool.
Yeah.
And it's, if you've ever done it, and even if you haven't, it's devastating, right? So every gym, I think, needs to have those somehow in their gym. Another one of our coaches and my wife, Sarah, loves the Concept 2
I
bike.
love it. I have
That
it in my
was
garage.
her purchase. She was like, I don't care if the gym buys one. I'm going to buy one and
lady,
leave it
smart
at the
lady.
gym.
It's just great for warming up and cooling
It's so
down, like
good.
the Assault bike or the Echo
It's
bike.
a different stimulus, right?
For
It's
sure,
different.
but you
Totally
can go
different
easy.
stimulus.
Like there's no real easy Echo bike.
Yeah.
As soon as you get your arms involved,
Yes.
it's like I get on that when I don't want to work
can
out,
cruise.
and I just get myself moving
Yeah.
a little bit.
So I'd like to get some of those as well because they're great tools. They're different stimulus, but great tools. The skier, again, totally different from the rower, totally different from a bike. I'd like to have more. The problem right now is that we are just running out of space on the wall. We're running out of space on the floor. So figuring out where we're going to put those is the thing. And then we just picked up a True Form. We hosted a seminar here a couple weeks back. And they
Like
had-
a running seminar.
No, it was a power athlete
Okay.
seminar
Got it,
actually,
got it.
and they had a bunch of True Forms, and we were like, "Hey, are y'all selling any of those?" And
That's
they were.
cool.
So we picked one up, and again, great addition for somebody that wants to run when it's really cold, really
Yeah,
hot, when
raining,
it's raining, anything like that.
The other thing I see you guys have here, and this is not for every box, but you guys have some of like the gymnastics, like steps, or I don't know what you would call
Yes.
those, but and not every box has those. But you guys have sent a team to the games. Like you have some like legit competitive athletes.
Yep.
In that scenario, I'm not opposed to having it, but if people are just buying those for random, just to prep, then I don't know if it makes
No,
any
and
sense.
those they get used about once a week. Again, we only have probably in the gym maybe 5 people that can even like attempt to do those because most of our people are still working on their handstands on kind of like the build up and the foundation of that. But they do get used every week. I didn't think they were going to, but they do. So that's awesome. Yeah.
We will show you after we're done filming. Fern will walk you through. I think you can get more out of this floor space. Fern will show you how we can store those bikes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, we can.
I'd love to hear any
We could
ideas.
squeeze way more out of that. That's
Yeah.
easy.
So you got this beautiful long rig. You got a
Yes.
great dumbbell and kettlebell rack over
Yes.
there. You've got some jerk blocks on the floor.
Pull blocks.
Are those pull blocks?
Yeah, we
Okay.
just sold our jerk blocks because those did not get used.
Ferg can talk to you about that.
They were 2-ton.
Universally, I might be the
2-ton
only
bag
gym,
racks.
I might be the only gym that has like because I have like 5 of them, but they're
Yeah.
but I have weightlifting.
Do the pull blocks get used more?
Yes, they do.
I mean, at least they're a little less in the way.
Yeah.
But those are also good for people that struggle with hinging in general, right? The people
Good
need a lot of
scaling
scaling
option.
option
Yes.
where they can just pull from a higher
Instead of
platform.
putting them on plates.
The-
Plates are
if-
acceptable, but
If you, for gym owners, like if you don't want to get those because those can be kind of a space monster, Rogue does sell basically just the plate that you can stick into the top of like a stack of plates. It's like a platform for there, so you don't have to tear up your actual plates, and it's the exact same thing.
Yep.
You have 3 like random closets.
Yes.
Was that built that way, or did you add those on?
No. So when we came into this space up here was being used. It was actually 2 separate suites, right? So there was this demising wall down the middle, and this was a suite, and this was a suite. So we took over 2 different spaces to make
So
it.
you knocked the wall down to get
Yeah, we had to knock a whole wall down. This was being used as like a car, like paint shop.
Oh, okay.
And it was all dirty and gross. And then this was being used as a woodworking, cabinet making shop. And so that was their sales room up there, which we now sublease to another group. And then this was their work area. So it was like saws and fans and huge machinery and forklifts and stacks of pallets and stuff everywhere. So they needed a lot of access to high powered electric equipment. So they had breaker boxes there, and there.
Like
so
run a
those
lot
are
of
breaker
220s.
rooms.
Yeah, so basically when we came in, the guys were like, hey, I was like, I want to get this stuff out of here. And they were like, to remove all of this electric is going to cost you
a fortune.
We also got the feedback. We had an electrician come out recently and he was like, this is super dangerous. You should not have anything in here.
So it's just a breaker closet.
It's just breaker boxes and they have a door on them. So they're not for anything but that.
The other thing I wanted to ask you is is it a PT adjacent to this?
It is not a PT. It's yes and no. It's hard to classify what they do.
Right.
So that's Evolve.
Okay.
Evolve is a group that I've worked with personally. They've worked in and around our space since 2013, and they do prehab, rehab. They work with high performance athletes. They've worked with a couple of Olympians in different sports. So they do it's Aaron Davis and Pat Estes. And Pat worked at the University of Texas, University of Maryland, University of Colorado. They've been in the university system. Aaron just worked with the Olympic 800-meter runner in the USA qualifiers this year. So they do sports performance. They do a lot of different things. They've done blood work with our athletes in the past with our teams, breathing work with a device they have called an INEX.
But that's a great value add. I mean, because I know they're their own business, but they're adjacent.
Absolutely.
It's just like, hey, just walk through the door, go see those guys. And I think if any box can pair, whether it's a massage therapist or a PT or somebody
Any kind of body work.
Any kind of body work, if you can get that in your facility, I find it to be a huge value add, even if it's totally separate.
Yeah, it's very, they work really well with us. Our members get something out of it. I, as a coach, they're 2 of the smartest guys that I know.
And realistically, if you're doing this, you need that.
Yeah.
Right. Whether you feel good or not, like you're going to need that to continue to evolve either your movement patterns, or your range of motion, or fix tweaks, bangs, pulls.
Just even for recovery, basic recovery.
Yeah.
It's great to get hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also the limiting factor for a lot of box owners to get a bigger space. So it's nice when you can get the space you want and not necessarily need 100% of it and recoup some of that, investment or your monthly lease.
Mm-hmm.
So when you rent this space?
Yeah.
So you had to communicate that with your landlord that you're going to be subleasing as well?
Yeah, but they're pretty easygoing. They said, okay, as long as you pay us your monthly rent, we don't care what you do.
I'll tell you my absolute favorite part of this box. All right, you want to know it?
Tell me.
How grippy those spiel bars are.
Oh, they're so good.
And when we got to the bar muscle ups, I didn't do one in the warm up.
Yeah.
Because I have X amount in my toolbox at any given time, and I was like, I don't want to waste them. And I jumped up there, and I was like, all day,
Money.
all day.
I mean, it didn't help you do any more, but you felt good.
Because I finished. I finished.
But wasn't coming off the bar.
But I think it's partly I love the spiel bar, and then partly we're in Texas, and they rusted just that fine amount.
Yes.
Whereas I can hang on this thing forever.
It's got a nice patina on there.
Yeah, great patina.
Yeah, that's one of the things they don't. Unfortunately, think Rogue makes a shorter bar that is also unfinished, but
I'm surprised they don't do that. I'll give Bill a little text here and mention that maybe we could get the Ackerman bar.
Yeah.
4 foot.
It's just this high. Steel bar.
Hey,
No, that was-
Bill's not much taller than me.
Yeah, we custom ordered that, and that was a must-have for us, was the unfinished bars.
Here's a question. I think this is a mistake actually, and I think a lot of box owners make this mistake. You don't need the double cross member down the center.
We were told that we did by the fine people at Rogue.
By people at Rogue.
Just for the
You're telling
record,
people
Jay is
wrong.
not an engineer, so what he just said is structurally incorrect.
No, I truly don't think you do, and especially if you're bolting into the ground, and then you can buy yourself more bar muscle up space. Now,
You can alternate them, but you do need those for structural support because it prevents sway when people are on the pull bars.
perhaps Rogue knows.
It's called science.
It's debatable. We don't need to get into math right now, but I think a lot of boxes make that mistake. You have such a big rig that I don't think it matters, but boxes with 2 or 3 sections then don't have bar muscle up space when people need it. And I've also seen numerous people smash their face on the double cross member.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's just
It happens.
it's a self-correcting evolution.
It is self-correcting.
It was only gonna happen once.
But at level 1s, I've seen it happen numerous times. If someone's never been on one of those, bam, their forehead just smashes it.
Yeah.
Well, what else anything else you would like to show us here at JaaKarhu?
No, I think we hit. I mean, it's if you've been in a gym, a warehouse gym.
This is like, in a good way. Like I guess a little nostalgia here. It's just like, it still represents a lot of like the old days, if you will, but like you guys run a super successful box, so thanks
That's
for having
cool.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we try to do.
Yeah. So if you guys are in the Austin area, come check it out. Cool. Thanks for having us, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.